Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Listen y'all, I am coming to you with a meet the cast for season 16 of Married at First Sight. Now we all know that, we hate watch or we love watch or we watch on Wednesday nights. Some of you don't watch at all. You watch the reviews and you wait for us to get into it as we get into it. Anywho, season 16 is gearing up to premiere January 4th. So honey, as soon as you have your New Year's Day dinner and then you sit and think about life the next day, after that, it's time for Married at First Sight. It's all or nothing. Child, let's get into meeting this cast, okay? Because baby, Nashville is going to be on fire come January 4th. Now y'all know it's gearing up for a whole bunch of drama. So I don't want us to go in here thinking that we're going to have a romantic season, because y'all know how the experts like to play in our faces. But judging from some of these couples, we might see a match or two, okay? But some of them are depending on the experts, and we all know how that goes. Every time we depend on the experts, child, it's always a fool. But let's get into it. First couple up is Dominique and McKinley. So McKinley said this is all courtesy of E-News, okay? This is how I'm getting into it as I get into it with the cast. It says, after his last relationship left him blindsided, the 33-year-old has fears of getting hurt again. All right, now McKinley, don't come in here guarded and projecting and thinking everything that Dominique does is her fault, because some of that may be a little bit of the baggage. So let's see. Dominique is 25 years old. She does date. She dates with the intention of settling down and finding something meaningful. Now, the two of them look nice together, but honey, we know all that glitters is not gold. So we'll see how that pans out. But I mean, she seems like a fun-loving girl based on the smile. She's a pretty girl. He's handsome. They're aesthetically pleasing. Child, moving forward. Next couple up, Christopher and Nicole. Now, baby, this one here is something different. Do you hear me? So Chris is 36. Okay, he's a 36-year-old. He finds Married at First Sight to be an intriguing process. Christopher, you got that right. It is very much intriguing. He's confident that the women involved are just as ready for marriage as he is. Chris, have you watched one episode? Christopher, have you watched an episode of Married at First Sight? Okay. Anywho, Christopher is optimistic. Okay, Christopher, I like that you coming in this thing very optimistic. Christopher is giving me Vinny from the Jersey Shore. Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you want to have fun, then do some. Jersey Shore. That's exactly who he looks like. He reminds me of Vinny from Jersey Shore. Party's here. And his bride reminds me of Snooki. Child, this is a fool. And y'all remember when Vinny and Snooki was messing around on Jersey Shore? Honey, shout out in the comments if you've watched Jersey Shore. Anywho, this is Nicole. Nicole is exceptionally close with her parents. She's 32 years old, and Nicole thought that her parents were going to be her matchmakers. Yeah. She's very excited about the idea of an arranged marriage. Nicole said, listen, I'm hands off. Y'all bring him to me, sit him in front of me, and all is good. Listen, Nicole, we might see each other. Because I want a man, but I don't want to leave out of the house either. So if somebody could drop him out via FedEx, then that would be great. That would be great, honey. Okay, Nicole and Christopher, moving forward. Next couple is Eris and Jasmine. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. I hope I'm not butchering it. Eris and Jasmine. Eris said, after establishing himself in his desired career, that he wants to start a family. He wants to put down roots and he wants to start a family. Eris is 39 years old. Okay, Eris. Jasmine is 31. Okay, Princess Jasmine. She admits that she's been unlucky in the dating department after a few long-term relationships didn't work out. Girl, haven't they all, honey? Haven't we all? We've been there. Okay. Sometimes the timing is wrong. Sometimes you want something more serious and they don't. The only thing I'm hoping for Jasmine is, although we haven't been introduced to her yet, is that she doesn't pull a Stasha and want everything to go really fast. Now, granted, this is an accelerated process, but Jasmine, I want you to make sure that you take your time to get to know Eris. Okay. Don't just go in there because things didn't work out and you have wasted years upon years in other relationships. And now you're like, listen, you need to tell me you love me the day after the honeymoon. We need to be having babies as soon as we move into the shared apartment, because we all know those types of things in relationships on Married at First Sight go up in flames. Child, let's keep going. Shaq and Kirsten. Not Kristen, but Kirsten. Okay, girl. Kristen is 32 years old, and she's not willing to settle for anything less than what she deserves. Girl, get into it, honey. I know that's right. Don't settle for less. And yes, she isn't afraid to let them know. Oh, okay. Red flag. Now, Kirsten, please do not come in like a wrecking ball. Okay? Miley Cyrus, don't come in running over Shaq, because we all know that that's a recipe for disaster. When you come in being a little bit too much, being rude, and, oh, I'm going to let him know. Please don't be one of those. Oh, Kirsten, honey, I'm rooting for you. I'm just hoping that that's not how you going to come in. Shaquille, not to be confused with O'Neal, honey. Shaquille, no O'Neal. He's 31. He's been going to therapy for the last few years in order to help him become the type of husband he wants to be for his future wife. Somebody give Shaq a round of applause. I know that's right, sir. Going to therapy to make sure that you're the husband that your future wife deserves. I think Kirsten might have lucked up. They look stunning together. He looks like he has a good head on his shoulder. Now listen, we can't tell too much from looks. We just meeting the cast. January 4th is when we really gonna get into it, okay? So y'all don't hold me to it. These are first impressions based off of aesthetics. So I'm looking at Shaq, and yeah, I'm looking at Kirsten, and they look like they're gonna have some pretty babies. But I'm just hoping that she doesn't try to run over him, and I'm hoping he's not a pushover. And also I'm hoping that therapy is working, because you know they leave that out every season, honey. But there's always a common thread. Every season there's a common thread between the couples. So this season I wonder what it's going to be. Next couple up is Clint and Gina. This is our final couple. Gina is 36 years old. After a brutal breakup 4 years ago, she decided to put dating on pause in order to advance her career and refocus her priorities. Now she's ready to say I do. Gina, don't give us Kristen with the Y, because Kristen with the Y had that marriage or that engagement, and he was the runaway groom over with the other woman, and that really damaged Kristen. And so she went into the marriage very optimistic with Mitch and his itch, but she was willing to accept anything because she really wanted to make it work. So I am hoping that Gina is not that girl. Damn, Gina. That's what I'm gonna call you all season. Shout out to Martin. Then we have Clint, no Eastwood. He's a 40-year-old lifelong learner. I think that's translation for I ain't got no job. I just be going to school. Be going to school, be going to school, be going to school. Clint, where do you work? Okay? Baby, they are good for putting somebody on here that ain't got no J-O-B, honey. That is beyond me. Clint is a 40-year-old lifelong learner who believes that to have anything done right, you have to learn and listen to experts. Oh my goodness. Clint is putting his trust in the experts. Honey, clearly you ain't no lifelong learner, honey, if you ain't learned that you cannot put your trust in these experts. So I'm looking at Clint and I'm looking at Gina. Baby, Gina got a smile on her, don't she? Gina smile like them little kids. You know those little kids that are just learning how to smile and they show all them teeth? Okay, Gina. You go, girl. Oh, honey. Look at Clint. Baby, Clint something else. I think Clint gonna be a wild card, and Gina too. Child, these are the couples. So yeah, let's go back through it one time for the one time. We have Dominique and McKinley, a 33-year-old and a 25-year-old. Dominique is pretty young. Dom now, if you will. I hope you're ready, honey. Then we have Christopher and Nicole. He's 36 and she's 32. She was depending on her parents to be her matchmaker, and she is all for arranged marriages. So, I mean, she already has one leg up on the competition because she's ready and willing to be put into this situation. We have Eris and Jasmine. She's 31. He's 39. He wants to plant roots and start a family. She has had zero luck in the dating department because the dating pool has pee in it. Okay. And so now she is here on Married at First Sight. Eris. Okay. Now don't act up. And Jasmine, don't you act up because y'all look good together. Shaq and Kirsten. They are such a nice looking couple to me. She's 32 and he's 31. So yeah, I mean, Shaq has been going to therapy. Kirsten is ready to get into it, and she's not afraid to let you know exactly how she feels. Kirsten, I want to like you before we even start the thing. Okay, before we even start the season. Kirsten, I want to like you. So I hope you're not rude. Please don't be one of those, honey, please. And then we have Clint and Gina. Clint is the 40-year-old life learner. Baby, why did they describe this man like this? Not a lifelong learner. And she's a 36-year-old that put dating on pause to focus on her career and her priorities. So I hope she's open to actually dating, because when you haven't been on the scene in so long and then you're thrusted into something like a marriage, it could cause a spontaneous combustion. So these are the couples from season 16 of Married at First Sight. Listen, y'all, based on the pictures, just the pictures, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly who you think might succeed. Let's just play a game, honey. We have no idea who these people are. We have no idea about their personalities yet, but we will soon get to know them because January 4th is right around the corner. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.